Hello, once again. This is Storm here, and this is another episode of the 1.19 Minecraft Let's Play with me and only me. Yeah, we've left off in the previous episode somewhat open-ended, I believe, because it was a couple days ago. I cannot really remember exactly how I ended up the episode, but I think vaguely I said that I would just like think about the layout of the land and get sorted in or get sorted, period, settle in and just went ham, honestly. Yeah, and that's basically what I've been doing. I have done some work off camera. I think it's visible already that there is something new all around. So I did, in fact, prepare a little montage for you guys where I sort of like sparsely show some of the more interesting things that I've done. Uh, most of which is just, as I said, getting settled in. So what I've done, so I just gathered all the things that we've gathered on the previous items from the previous island, and I've created a bunch of other chests and basically sorted all of my things in them so I can orient a little bit better in this. And yeah, I've got a lot of stuff, so I will just play you the montage, and I'll see you in a bit. literally, I've just spent many hours doing various stuff, as you've seen. I've gathered most of the more important things for building. I've created these smokers, blast furnaces also off camera, and also the anvil, and I just got myself a little like base of operations. I've also managed to stumble upon one of those patrols of pillagers, and yeah, I destroyed like the one of the leaders and got the debuff that you can normally see over here. I believe that in previous versions it was unlimited until you got into the village, but in this version, for some reason, which is kind of like a new thing for me, uh it just lasted about like 2 hours or hour and a half or something like that, and then just went away. So I was like, yeah, that's great. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to do like go and finish a raid or anything, because that would be honestly beside my capabilities right now, because we still are in our very early beginnings, tools wise, armor wise, and like that. But also, as you can see in most of the like little chunks of videos that I've gathered in the montage, I have gathered a lot of resources. I've apparently found about 5 of those like little treasures. Sometimes it was harder than other times. Sometimes there was just like this little off block of gravel in the middle of the ocean, so you just went down, dig one block, and break the chest, and all its contents to its full galore are yours. So at this point in time, we stay at the estimate of 20 diamonds plus a diamond pickaxe that I've created from one of those, or like from 3 of those diamonds as well. And I just guess I found in one of the dungeons, which was in one of the episodes, I believe, as well. So you know about this stuff. A couple of golden apples, not a notch apple or anything like that, so nothing really interesting about that. I gathered a lot of chests from those shipwrecks, which are honestly scattered all around this place. This seed, which is actually pretty interesting to me at least, is honestly really, really weird because you spawn in the middle of the ocean with nothing miles and miles away, and that's honestly about it. I think that the nearest like sort of like mainland, not only a couple of these islands, is a couple of thousands block that away, that away, that away, and also that away. So basically all other directions. But this Mushroom Island is, according to a map that I've just found out on the internet, where I've just thought that there are like a lot of things nearby where I just wanted to see what I can gather. If there are like different woods types, different biomes from which I could gather like saplings for us to automate things and not having to travel like all over the world. I've just seen a lot of the mainland being just like all around this area of this Mushroom Island, which means that this is a perfect base of operations in my eyes. Also, you could have probably seen in a montage that I've gathered let's just say that, some of the saplings. I got birch, normal oak, acacia, dark oak, and also I was really lucky to get that because according to one of the generated maps that I've just consulted, there was no mangrove for basically tens of thousands of kilometers, or like I mean blocks in the game. And then I just stumbled upon one of these mangrove trees or like swamps just near a dark oak, like in that vicinity, in that area. Yeah, so I was really glad about that. But there is one thing, and one thing that I sort of dislike at this point in time, and that is that I don't have access to spruce wood. I honestly went ahead and I've done a lot of work between these 2 episodes, and through that montage you could probably see like how much traveling I've done as well. And yeah, the traveling took me about like 5 hours in total just to gather these kinds of materials. So I was like at that point, I didn't want that montage to be as long. I wanted to go just, I guess, leave something for the actual episode and not spend everything interesting in like a grinding montage. So I think in the near future, or maybe in the beginning of the next episode or something like that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll try to gather the missing sapling, the missing wood. Out of all of which, not the mangrove because I didn't have any space in inventory, but out of all the other woods, I've gathered a couple of stacks of logs, and I also created bookshelves for the upcoming enchanting tables. So all these preparations that I've made are already done. So what I'm basically missing is right now I have the book, I have the diamonds, I think I also have the obsidian. So I might just go ahead and craft myself on camera the first enchanting table. Bada bing, bada boom. I thought there might be I thought that would be an achievement or an advancement popping up, but apparently not. So yeah, that is kind of interesting. The thing is, as you could see in the videos, my levels dropped twice, meaning that I've died twice, and it was actually very stupid. One of the times, a creeper got me, and the second time, it was the phantom just over the coast somewhere around here, which cost me a lot of time unnecessarily. Of course, makes sense, right? It always comes in one of the like during the times that you needed the least, but you know the most important thing are the levels that we've lost. So I was twice the average, about like 21, 23 levels, and then I lost it all and I got back to 8. So before I actually can do any enchanting at all, I already have the bookshelves, I already have the enchanting table, but I'm missing just the levels, which is kind of honestly funny if you think about it. So I will have to get, let's say, a mob grinder of sorts, but I'm kind of hoping that we could find a spawner or two somewhere on this island where we could just make a, not like necessarily a base, but some sort of a points of interest, a vista, or I don't know, a tower or some sort of a gathering thing. Maybe potentially something even underground, which is a necessity, if I'm not mistaken, for making like one of those mob grinders from a mob spawner. I honestly, you can probably tell from how I portray things, how I speak about like the redstone things and things of the more mechanical nature. I cannot go and say that I'm a redstone expert. I'm not a redstone beginner, but I don't really know how exactly all those rules work, to be honest. So whenever I just want to make some sort of a mob farm or automation farm or whatever, I just consult the YouTube. So whenever you see some sort of a design and other than the times I just say it's not my idea, uh it will always be someone else's idea, right? Or actually, I just said that wrong. Every single time that I don't say it's my original idea, it's someone else's idea. That's what I meant to say, right? So I have in mind for just getting started. As you see, I've gathered a couple of these mushroom cows in this pit. I've began to actually breed them with the weed that I've gathered throughout all those shipwrecks and all the chests. So as you can see, there's quite a substantial margin of them, because we have like 24 and it went down to 6 already. 5. Can we do 4? Can we do 4? Yeah, so this is a basic one of those setups, and I didn't want to bore you with the, I guess, once again, those times where you don't really know if you want to watch it or not. Me personally, I don't really particularly enjoy anything like that. Anything like those like gathering portions of videos from other YouTubers, from other players. I don't know, like breeding cows, just getting them to some sort of a location, leading them there with wheat or a lead, or I don't know, transporting villagers and things of those, if things of that nature. I mean, I don't particularly enjoy it myself, so I didn't want to like include it in a video, and I sort of like mention it in a montage, so to speak. As you can see, I have began mossifying the area. Moss, if you don't know, is one of the new blocks from, I believe, 1.18, 1.17. I don't know in particular, but it's great if you have some sort of a terrain like this for this mushroom biome. It's actually really, really cool, because if you implant a moss block anywhere on like those natural blocks and you get bone meal and click on it, then you get what you get. It's a basically one click mossifying area, making it more interesting. Every time you do that on another like corner moss block, you create this sort of a lush area where you can easily, you know, greenify the area as much as you see fit. And this way, I've actually began doing that way over there, because the purplish mycelium color is not the greatest in my eyes, and I feel that I would probably just get a little bit crazy just by being here if I just if all I look at would be the purple color. So I began like creating different sort of like spots, or that's sort of like one of the ideas of mine that I have right now, how to like purify it and make it more interesting to the eye, and have that sort of base look that I want. Because one of the most important reasons, I guess, for us settling here on this island is, of course, the reason that I've stated previously in this episode, and it was that everything is just around us. So this is like a center of everything interesting, all like the different biomes, which, by the way, we could, if you wanted to, be said about like many other locations as well. But I guess I've settled in here because I didn't really do that in the past, and I find it kind of interesting. And of course, second of all, would be the reason that there is no mobs spawning during the day nor the night on the surface. Whenever you can see in the top left with biome being the mushroom fields and mushroom island, or whatever the biome name is, right. So yeah, this would be the, for me right now, the most important of reasons. And I think if given enough time and patience and whatnot, we could easily go and make this area look really cool. All right, so that'll be just for the introduction for this video, and I think that would be kind of enough. Oh shoot, can I do that? I can. Ooh, I didn't really know for sure if I could destroy it with just a iron pickaxe, so I was just like, maybe that was a mistake. But as I was saying, I'll just leave this enchanting table over here with the bookshelf. Maybe I could like enchant those things as well with like one or two levels or whatnot, but I don't really see the purpose of it anyway. So yeah, let's say I spent some time in here. What? This is one of the areas that I didn't show you, but on like one of my journeys that I've been on, I found a couple of snow blocks, and I gathered it specifically for the purposes of making snowmen, so I could gather infinite amounts of snow. So I went ahead and created 4 of the snowmen here. As you can see, there are like 4 layers that you can gather with your shovel for to get the whatchamacallit, the snowballs, and they're just gone. So I just realized that was probably a mistake to use all of the materials, which means whenever I see snow, I should probably gather more so that I can actually get the snowmen to spawn again. I really don't know, once again, the rules, if I should have maybe named them, if they just like normally despawn after after a while, or if you just leave the area or whatever. I really don't know. Or it might be just be the biome thing, that maybe they do spawn in just a specific biome that they could just stay in, like a snowy one or something. I can't say. I really don't know. But yeah, about what I was saying. 2 days have passed during this introduction, which is kind of funny. But I've thought about the layout of this area, and I literally want to do a couple of things, and I want to show you. So, when the sun goes down, I will sleep real quick, and yeah, there we go. And I also got the achievement to breed 2 animals together, so that's nice, right? And I wanted to do this. This area is only just the basic station, as I said. So all of this is not going to be here in the end, but this serves as like a base of operation right now, because I don't really need a shelter in this biome because of because of the mobs not spawning here. I guess I will just do this. First of all, I created this pathway, just I guess leading me to like getting an image of how this area might look if it was more like spruced up with the grass or the greenish color. It's great. I don't really know if I want to leave it like that, but the area of this magnitude, or I mean this sort of like a layout, so to speak, got me thinking. These two like little hills that are near each other, sort of creating this like very thin pathway. I think I might just do a bit of the city that is secluded. It might not be a city per se. I think I called it in the previous episode settlement, which is actually what this is in fact gonna definitely be. I want to create like a very small kind of like base at the beginning, at the very least. Maybe if we decide to settle in here for longer, I might just keep making it bigger and bigger as we go. But as you can see, I just began sort of creating making this area a bit more accessible for walking, meaning that this is exactly what I want this area to be. I always go around, and if I see some sort of a spot that needs, I don't really want to say purifying, but like beautifying, I just go and destroy a couple blocks, seeing how this all will end up looking, and I just go from there. This main area is gonna be a dock, as I said, so I'll just go and whenever I get the spruce wood and the dark oak wood, I'm gonna go and make the let's say a pier. On here, there is gonna be probably the pier through all this down area over here. I've made that area in there on camera greenish for just one reason, and that'll be just a reason only. I kind of want to get a tree in. Those mushrooms are gonna go as well. This hill over here, I might just extend a little bit, making like a cliff over here, or maybe a wall even, that might just differentiate these two areas. And on top of this, I want to make like a tower or like a house or something. And then this will be like the first crossroads, the first intersection. Those mushrooms are not going to be here. The whole cliffs here, I might just leave, right? I would just need to destroy all these blocks basically, or maybe just extend those above. I don't really know just yet how I want to tackle this, because I will probably just do an easy thing. Flatten this area out, like maybe to this sort of height. Get rid of these blocks, and again, making like a wall around here. This will be first of the pathways, which naturally just leaves us to some sort of like an open area, which could be a market. That could be cool. The other area here could be more so, I don't really want to call it a military area, because that just makes it feel more so like better, like a bigger project than just only a settlement. But if I just do this and like I guess make a wall going around through here, extend this whole portion of an area, maybe like making one of those little pathways through here so people just can go enjoy some sort of a, I guess, walk in this greenish area, or over here making like a watchtower on this part of the island. You know, I think we could just make it more interesting, make some sort of like a hallway maybe here. Just again flatten these areas around, having like a wall over here. Sort of, I'm imagining this land being diversified into like terraces, right? And in those walls of the terraces, I can imagine being some sort of hobbit holes area, which could be cool. I hope. And that is exactly what I want to do in the, let's say, next projects. Probably not this episode, but the next ones, because this will require a lot of work. And for these amounts of work, I really do, I think, need the tools. So today, I just wanted to show you this this project idea of mine. I think it's gonna look great in the end. The whole let's say aesthetic of the Hobbit, or like some sort of like a fantasy thing, with I can imagine using the acacia wood, which is like orange, right? For the roofs, or like some sort of detailing piece. I think that's gonna be cool. So this is how we got here to this point in time. I'm really sad about the snowman, and I think as I said, we will go on a mining adventure right now. I will go and find a suitable cave, or maybe we could potentially start a mine nowadays that would be used for our purposes of finding more resources. Immediately, as I said that, I think that's going to be a great idea, which will give us more, let's say, more ideas to experience, to, let's say, get on with. And this area in itself, like this curved roundish thing with hills on all the sides, could serve as a potentially one of the best candidates for it. So yeah, imagine this being like extended to this layer, for instance, like it creating like almost a horizontal wall, not a vertical wall, meaning that this would just create this, and inside of that being an entrance to one of those caves. And I think this is exactly what I'm gonna do. Sort of hoping this episode is not gonna be just very much how should I put it? Like I guess video editing heavy. It might just be because this is gonna be another time lapse of me just going around, just creating this sort of area. Think it's suitable for work. I'm gonna get rid of those mushrooms real fast. I'm gonna create like sort of like this half moon shape with the walls that I was just talking about, and I think I will see you after just a little time lapse. So yeah, you know what to expect. You know what we're gonna be doing, and I'm gonna go straight to it. See you next time. Whew, that was kind of a lot of work. As I said before, without proper tools, it actually takes quite a long time, and this was no exception. I ran out of a couple of iron tools in a process, but I've managed to finish the whole, at least like the beginning of the whole right section of this whole area. As you can see, as I was talking about the terrace feel of this whole area, this is what I meant. I meant that there are gonna be like plateaus that are gonna be on top of like one of these like still steep cliffs, and below that there's gonna be another plateau, and there's gonna be seawater and such and so forth. I didn't have enough resources to continue it beside this point, but you know, we're slowly but surely getting there. I just still off camera gathered a couple of the resources that I needed. This is exactly what I'm doing, and I will continue doing, and probably I'll just go ahead and with the rest of the mine and stuff that I'm about to show you, I'll just continue this off camera as well for, I guess, the continuation of the series, because this is going to be the only thing that in this episode we will have time for, sadly. I already have like a bunch of recording done for this, and I am slowly but surely running out of space to put it in. I mean, memory space, that is. And yeah, the most important part here is done. The whole overall layout, it's starting to get the feel how I want it to. The layout is great. I've sort of mapped out with the moss blocks the areas where I kind of envision this greenish, lusher area is going to be. My goal for this area altogether, I don't know if I've just told you about this before. I want to make it kind of without this whole mycelium feeling, without the purple, because I will be trying to get rid of it as much as possible, because I kind of don't really like it for a base, let's say. Maybe if I went for like a barren thing, the mycelium is cool that it gives you this sort of like particle effect if you look at it closely, but other than that, I can't really see myself using it here. with this whole aesthetic of Hobbit, whole village slash settlement. And yeah, I want to feel organic. So this is the main point of this video as of right now. I've sort of began this smooth decline into what is potentially going to be or not potentially, which is definitely going to be mine entrance. And I was just before I hit the record button, I was just going for more resources and more tools. And you know, this is the exact thing that I will be doing once again off camera, because I don't really want to bother you with it, or bore you with it rather than bother. But you know, when there is a whole cave system down there, I guess you will just realize I'm thinking that I would just go slowly and maybe just like make this decline still a bit smoother, because I went more steep in this part because I just don't want to be here all day. I want it to be, of course, really nice to look at, but also I don't really want to spend my whole life just digging this tunnel, especially with these tools, as I said. So that's gonna be the more important thing, and that is to get the better tools, as I said. So in the next episode, I will go probably in the meantime find like a good mine session. I will maybe continue this one and hope that I encounter something. Uh, and by just doing that, I'll just go and see if there is anything worthwhile checking. Maybe pop in here or there with recording. But having said that, I cannot really promise that at all, because I kind of want, as I said before, once again, I want this series, quote unquote, to be interesting to not only you but also to me. So whatever I feel like is important sharing, just like this this whole like thinking about the project, I think is very understandable for me to share, since I want you to know where we're headed if you want to decide whether you want to look or just watch the series or not. And that's the whole like thing for me, right? I want, if this project is interesting to you and you want to watch it, just go ahead and do so. I will be very, very glad, and I'll for reals, I would just be ecstatic if you like it, because I will be putting everything that I can do, at least in survival Minecraft, on the line here, and I will try to build the best like landscapes and such as I can. All right, but anyway, I will just continue do this, and that's gonna be it for today's episode. I already got a bunch of recordings done, so I hope this one is not gonna be as boring or as long as I think it's gonna be, and I'll just squeeze it in somehow, maybe. So yeah, thanks for sticking by. This has been another episode with me, Storm, and our village. By the way, in the comment section, try to think of a suitable name for this settlement. I will be thinking about it as well, so maybe if somebody makes a comment down below the video, I can not I can just look into that, but I can't promise that I'm just gonna use it, right? If I like it, I will. Definitely. But anyways, see you later and see you next time.